Alright, welcome to the part of our video series of installing WordPress. This is one of the easiest parts. Most of you will probably already have done it, but if you haven't, hopefully this will be of some use. The first thing, if you don't know, you have to have some type of hosting account unless you're going to install it locally. And for now, we're going to assume that you have a hosting account, and we're going to start with our cPanel and log in there.
Yeah, and we're obviously, right here, we're using HostGator, and every single one of these is a little bit different. And installing WordPress on some of them is very complicated, so keep that in mind. But with a lot of the more common hosting sites like HostGator or Bluehost or stuff like that, it's actually really simple to get everything set up and ready to go. And it's actually just like click and get right into it.
And while we're on this note, we recommend I'll actually leave a link, our affiliate link for the hosting we recommend, which is SiteGround. They have a lot of US-based servers. They have great customer service. I use them. I use HostGator as well as SiteGround. I have multiple hosts because I do a lot of different types of projects. But what you'll find on these type, like Jonathan was saying, these types of more modern and up-to-date control panels like this, is that they're going to have some option for software installation. So you'll eventually become familiar with all this stuff. But if you just look through the headers here, there's special offers, links, not really important, files. You're going to get in the file manager quite often. Domains, SEO and marketing tools, just kind of additional stuff there. Your mail, which will be your email if you set it up. And down here is software and services. So what we want is quick install. In this case, quick install is a pretty common one you'll see on different hosts. There's also one called Softaculous, and some of them just have WordPress one-click install. So for most modern hosts, that's what you're going to see is some option to do that. I know you've had a lot of experience with some that don't have that at all, right?
Yeah, if you can't find it, there's all of these hosting sites have a method of getting it installed. So you can really just Google, like, how do I install WordPress on HostGator? How do I install WordPress on Bluehost? And look it up that way, because some of them can be a little bit more complicated or a little bit more tricky. So usually it's as simple as this, and this is what you hope for. If you have a different hosting site, it might be a little bit different than we're doing it here today. So it's just something good to keep in mind.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and do our quick install. And I mean, they're all going to work basically like this. I'm going to click on the blog software WordPress here. And as you can see, WordPress is a web software you can use to create a beautiful website or blog. We're going to show you how to do that. It's both free and priceless. So we're going to continue. So here you can pick the actual directory you're going to be in. So if you want to be in the root directory, if you're you probably won't have 30 or 40 websites like I do. Maybe you do, but I'm going to put it in this one where I put some of my themes and what do we want to call it?
Which one are we doing first? The kitty theme?
Yeah, the kitty. Let's call it kitty. Enable auto updates. I always leave that checked. It depends on how valuable the information is and if you want to get in there, but I don't usually find there's much trouble with automatic upgrades messing something up. And if you're using things like a child theme or you have things set up correctly, that shouldn't run you into too much trouble.
Yeah, and I think on these fields here, I think the only thing it's going to require you to do is the admin email and the admin user. I don't think it requires blog title or first and last name for that matter.
Right, you can put that stuff in later. So we'll go ahead and install it here.
If I'm wrong about that, it'll say, but yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's pretty much it for your install. A big thing here is you want to copy this password that it gives you right off the bat before you go into your link. Most people forget to do that. And then right once you get into your WordPress installation, you want to go ahead and change the password to whatever you want it to be. So right there, he just clicked on the link that they gave him for his WordPress installation. It's going to be, /kitty/WP login, right?
Right, and it's pretty much the same anywhere you go to, unless you have some people use security plugins that will change that because you don't want a hacker to be able to know where your login information is at. That's something we can get, that is a more advanced thing, but it's always going to be /WP admin or /WP login to log into the back end of your WordPress. So I've got my username and password in here. Go ahead and log in. And like he said, let's go ahead and change the password right away. And we'll do that by going to users, your profile, and it actually has the same thing listed right here, edit my profile. And there are some basic options: my first name, last name, nickname, and then here at the bottom I can put in my new password. And of course my password is very weak, because that's how I roll.
That's basically it in terms of the WordPress installation. We are actually up and running, and I guess we're ready to go and get our theme and get started at this point.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll see you guys in the next section.